Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. So today our topic is drug use evaluation and drug utilization review. What happens that during that dispensing process in a hospital, mostly the pharmacist has to receive the prescriptions and the treatments, how the drugs are dispensed. So they have to make a record, have a data, and then they have to review that how the drugs are dispensed, how they are supplied, and what types of diseases are reported in that hospital. So this has to be done in drug use evaluation and drug utilization review, how they can review the drug. So what is the drug use evaluation? So we can say that, sorry, is a system ongoing systematic criteria-based evolution of drug use that will help to ensure that medicines are used appropriately at individual patient level. So in big hospitals, tertiary care or quaternary care, they must have a certain system where they have a full battery of pharmacists and department of pharmacy. What they do, they will evaluate these prescription or trend of prescription mostly reported in that hospitals. So I think they might have to be used that one. The rest of still they are in progress. They are going to make a data of such things. So drug or disease specific, and it will assess the actual process of prescribing, dispensing, or administration of drugs. What they have to do? What they have to do? They assess the actual process of prescribing, dispensing, administration of a drug, indication, dose, drug interaction, etc. Because due to this, they know the trends of patients reporting or reaching to the hospital and what type of prescription drugs are to be administered, what type of drugs are given to their, and the indication dose of these drugs has to be made in a data bank over there. Another thing is drug utilization review, and these terms are used synonymous. They both are same thing. Drug utilization review is the same. Similarly, the drug use evaluation and drug utilization review. In big hospitals, quaternary care hospital, mostly where they have a full department of pharmacy, they have to establish such type of system over there. So medication use evolution, what we can say that is similar to that one, but emphasizes improving patient outcome and individual's quality of life. So further, we can say that it is a highly dependent on a multidisciplinary approach. It will assess clinical outcome, cure, infections decreased, lipids, whatever it is, there has to be, because and it's not a matter of only the pharmacy has to dispense the medication. They also make a data that assess what are the clinical outcome of how much the disease are cured, how much the patients have been have been free from infection over there. So all data has to be compiled. That is also known as medication use evaluation review. But why it is needed? Goals and objectives of both of things is that the goal of a drug use evolution or medication use evolution is what? One is that promote optimal medication therapy. Means the right medication has to be given to the patients. Second, to ensure that drugs therapy meet current standard of care, because nowadays the drugs which are to be applied, which are to be given, they must have to meet the standard of today. So what the objective of this system is that they have to use the guidelines for appropriate drug utilization, how the drugs are dispensed, how the drugs are prescribed, how the drugs are used accordingly. Second is that evaluating the effectiveness of medications therapy. that what type of the drugs which are applied, whether they're effective or they're not, they have to check what they are going to dispense. Third is enhancing responsibility or in accountability in the medicine's use process. Fourth is controlling medicine cost. By this, they have to assess what the cost of medicine they are applying, where they have to be charged in hospitals over there. Preventing medication-related problems, there can be adverse drug reactions, which are reported. They have to make a data of adverse drug reactions. If causes of treatment failure has to be assessed, overuse, etc., whatever it is, then why the treatment has failure has to be happen to a patient. Six is identifying areas in which further information and education may be needed by healthcare providers. Now, what are the steps of drug use evaluation? First is that responsibility. First step, who's the responsible for this? So it is the responsibility of the drug therapeutic committee. Who has to do this one? Drug therapeutic committee is to establish procedure for the implementation of drug use evaluation programs. This includes appointing responsible member of the drug therapy committee or a subcommittee to monitor and supervise the drug use evaluation process in the hospital. Or so what have to done? The drug therapy committee may constitute a subcommittee which has to monitor these drug use evaluation. So it has to be done under the supervision of a drug therapeutic committee. So the drug therapeutic committee is responsible for the establishment of such committee which has to monitor the such drug use evaluations. Further, what they do, they develop the scope of activities and define the objectives. Now, further, if the drug therapy committee should decide the objective of the drug use evaluation and the scope of necessary activities. It has to be done by the drug therapy committee that very extensive or it can focus on a single aspect of drug therapy depend upon the what the problem were identified in such drug use evaluation. For example, overuse a more expensive medicines when a cheaper equivalent is available, incorrect use, inappropriate use of antibiotic. So poor dispensing. So what we have to learn over here? First is incorrect use. And when a cheaper equivalent is available, they have to use the costly because you can see that the branded drugs are more costly as compared to generic. So sometimes the good generics are available. The branded drugs cost is more than that. So why not? They have to prescribe, they have to dispense the more economical drug as compared to branded drug. So it will lower the cost. If it is a free hospital, then it's good for them. And if it is a chargeable, then they have to pay by the patient. So they have to check, they check the which drug is economical as when you compare with the brandeds. Then second, incorrect use. Sometimes the prescription is not properly given. Sometimes they have to give wrong drugs. Sometimes they give the wrong indication. So when they receive this prescription data, they have to check what the right use they have to be established. Third one, inappropriate use of antibiotics, because mostly when the patient has to come with infection, sometimes he has it is not known that which type of organism have invaded to that patient. So they first start the empirical therapy over there. So they have to check that the right antibiotic may be prescribed at that time. It has to be checked from the data that if the inappropriate antibiotics were dispensed or are prescribed, they have to check, yes, whether they were dispensed for right indication or not. If they have the poor dispensing process, they have to evaluate this also poor dispensing processes. Then step 3 is that to establish criteria for a review of how the prescription medicines are reviewed. So it is extremely important, and it is the responsibility of the Drug Therapy Committee and Drug Use Evaluation criteria statements that define correct drug usage with regards to various components. It should be established using the hospital standards, treatment guidelines. So what they have to be established first? STG, Standard Treatment Guideline by the Drug Therapy Committee. So they have to follow that criteria which has been established, which has been given by the Drug Therapeutic Committee, which type of standard treatment guideline has to be given. Because in good hospitals, mostly they have SOP, they have to be formulate the SOPs. According to that, they have to treat the patient according to that. If they are coming of different type of surgical department or medical department or whatever, so they have a standard SOPs. Naturally, in government hospital, what they do, they have to come whatever the mind of that consultant say, think they have to dispense accordingly. What in established hospitals, they have proper guideline. According to that, they have to follow. You know, if you go to the hospital, they take more time for treatment because before that, they have to follow their SOPs, all type of uh, diagnostic tests. They have to find, then they go for treatment. And most in public hospital, when you go over there, they have to just examine the patient and start medication over there. So they have to make a certain type of standard of treatment in certain hospitals. Data, how the data is collected. Data may be collected retrospectively from backdate, from patients, charts and other records, open questions, dispensing records, medication administration records, lab reports, adverse drug reaction reports, are prospectively at the time of medicine is prepared or dispensed. So whatever they can receive the data of last 6 months or last 3 months or last 1 year, they have to compile that data, then they have to review. So retrospective data collection may be quicker and is accomplished away from the patient care areas and distractions. Prospective review helps prevent errors in doses, indications, interaction, or other mistakes. So what's the benefit of this one? They can be helpful for preventing errors in dosage, indications, interactions, or other, because they all have to compile and then data has to be circulated among all the doctors or prescribers. So they have to follow these guidelines. Then data analysis has to be done. Data are tabulated in a form that corresponds to the criteria chosen for the drug use evaluation. The percentage of cases that meet the threshold for each criteria should be calculated and summarized for presentation to the drug therapy committee. So such what they do, a report of all drug use evaluation programs that are being conducted should be prepared on a quarterly basis. So then they have to analyze the data which they have received. 6 is that feedback to the prescriber and making a plan of it. So whatever they have to receive the data, how they have analyzed, whatever they make a reports, they have to present to the drug therapy committee and it has to be circulated among the prescribers. Develop conclusions about the differences between actual and desired results. The drug therapeutic committee should then decide what follow-up action is necessary and whether to continue, discontinue, or expand the functions of the drug use evaluations. Further, they go for follow-up. So follow-up is a critical steps to ensure appropriate resolution of any problem. If an intervention is not evaluated or drug use problems are not resolved, then the drug use evaluation will have been of no use. Means if they have not followed the instruction, they have not followed the results, they have not followed the outcome of these exercises, then there's no use of that such evaluations. These activities should be evaluated regularly, at least annually, and determine the need to continue, modify, or discontinue the drug use. If follow-up is adequate, prescribers are likely to improve their performance in all areas, knowing that they may be reviewed in the future. So what happens that in public sector hospitals, the prescribers are mostly independent. They do not follow the instruction of by the hospital administration, whatever they use in their own mind. But in private hospitals, they have to follow this thing because usually we used to send them some drug list that these drugs are available. They have to put among that list, but they don't know. They don't think whatever they want. They have to press among their the drugs they know. So must is that the prescriber must follow the instructions which has to be given by the drug use evaluations. Now, component drug use for the drug criteria is that what are the components? First, uses. Appropriate indication for drug absence of contraindication must follow. So, for appropriate indication for drugs, absence of contraindications must be followed. Selection. Appropriate drug for clinical condition must be followed. Dosing, indication, specific dosing intervals and duration of treatment has to be followed. Interactions, absence of interactions, drug-drug and drug-food interaction must be analyzed. Preparations, steps involved with preparations. Administration, steps involved in administration has to be followed. Patient education, so instructions given to patient, then monitoring clinical and laboratory data. Monitoring example, decreased blood pressure with some drugs or glucose level, it has to be monitored during that process. Now the second part, drug utilization review. So I told you it is defined as an authorized, structured, ongoing review of prescribing, dispensing, and use of medication. It covers what it covers? It covers authorized, structures, ongoing review of prescribing, dispensing, and use of medication. It encompasses a drug review against predetermined criteria that results in change to drug therapy. When the criteria are not met, it involves a comprehensive review of patients' prescription and medication data before, during, and after dispensing to ensure appropriate medication decision making and positive patient outcome. Then is classified to three classes. First is prospective drug use review. Then there is a concurrent, then retrospective. So first one is that prospective. What is that? It involves evaluation of patient's drug therapy before medication is dispensed because they have to take history of the patient over there. These are mainly done by the pharmacists in their daily practice over there. What they do, issues commonly addressed by prospective drug use review is that clinical abuse or misuse of drugs, drug disease contraindication, they have to check. Drug dosage modification, they have to follow. Drug-drug interaction, they have to study. Drug patient precautions, they have to check. Formulary substitutions, if there's any, they have to check. Inappropriate duration of drug treatment, sometimes they have to take more time. Sometimes, suppose the drug was prescribed for 5 days, and what they have taken more period. So that's inappropriate duration of drug treatment they have to check. Then second is concurrent drug use review. It involves ongoing monitoring of drug therapy during the course of treatment. So during treatment, the drugs monitoring has to be done. What it gives? Opportunity to alert prescribers about potential problems and intervene in areas such as interactions, duplicate therapy, excessive or insufficient dosing, they have to check. Now, what they do, issues commonly addressed by concurrent drug use reviews that they do drug disease, drug interactions, drug dosage modifications, drug patient precautions, over and under utilizations, therapeutic interchange they have do in their concurrent drug use review. Then retrospective drug use review they have to do. It reviews drug therapy after the patient has received medication. It aims to detect pattern in prescribing, dispensing, or administering drugs. Outcome of this review may aid prescribers in improving the care of their patients either individually or within a certain target population. The issues commonly addressed by retrospective drug use review, what they have to do first, appropriate generic use, clinical abuse or misuse, what drug they have to prescribe. Inappropriate duration of treatment, how long they have to apply these drugs. Drug interactions, they must have to check is this when they're going to drugs, so the drug interaction must have to be assessed. Then drug disease contraindication, they have to assess. Incorrect drug dosage, they have to review. Over and under utilization, they have to review. And therapeutic appropriateness or duplication, if there is any, they have to review in doing in retrospective drug use review. The importance of these two things is that it plays a key role in helping managed healthcare system to understand, interpret, evaluate, and improve the prescribing, administration, and use of medications. Drug use review programs valuable since the results are used to foster more efficient use of healthcare resources. Drug use review helps to identify trends in prescribing within groups of patients. Pharmacists play a key role because their expertise in the area of medication therapy management. Pharmacists can then, in collaboration with the prescriber and other members of healthcare team, initiate action to improve drug therapy for patients. So you can have the importance of this drug use review.